welcome to today's Big Brother Over the Top updates and spoilers. Our house guest today is Jeremy from Austin, Texas. Thanks so much for your support, Jeremy. You're awesome, and I hope you're enjoying this season. And if you guys want to be house guest of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. So last night was pretty crazy. Double eviction. It went on for like 5 years. I feel 30 years older. There was some exciting stuff happening, but I have to say some of the pow factor was really taken away by the length of this and the way that it was drawn out. But anyway, I'm going to give you a quick recap of what happened, taking out all the gaps. If you guys want to see the in-depth discussion about last night's double eviction, make sure you check out our chat video. But anyway, Alex was evicted by a vote of 4-0. Danielle won the HOH. And then they didn't have a power veto competition because that was going to depend on America's Care Package. So before they even had the nominations, Morgan was awarded America's Care Package, which, like I said, was the veto. But this was a little bit controversial because I think a lot of people were assuming whoever got this care package, they would be able to either save themselves or someone else. But the rules were like, oh, we all know that like when you win the veto, you're safe and you can still use the veto to save someone else. So automatically it was like, whoa, Morgan and Shelby are safe for this round because Morgan could just use it on Shelby. I mean, here's the thing. Okay. Usually the veto competition happens after the nominees are already announced. So if the POV winner is already on the block, it's not like they can go ahead and use it on themselves and somebody else. So that's why people are freaking out about that. They're saying that's rigged. They changed the rules so that Shelby or Morgan wouldn't go. But then again, if you think about it, like, if the person that wins the POV is not on the block, they are safe when they win the POV and they can use it on somebody else. So I think the thing that made it so weird was that this was, we found out who the POV winner was before they even had nominations. So it just threw everything off, but people were freaking out about it. So anyway, Danielle nominated Justin and Whitney through the tiers, and then the vote was tied 2-2. Danielle broke it and sent Whitney home. Alright, so after, like I said, if you want more details on all that, check out our chat from last night. So the Ball Smashers were pissed that Danielle and company blew everyone's opportunity to take out Justin. They're like, why would you take out little Whitney over somebody like Justin who could potentially win this game? He's such a huge threat. America loves him. He had his freaking pizza montage. And you left him in the game. Like, what are you thinking? So they were not happy about that. But it was time for the next HOH competition. So for this one, they were competing one at a time, and it was called Time to Reflect. So they drew for the order they'd be competing and which room they'd be chilling out in because they had to be isolated while they were waiting. Danielle was up in the HOH room. She didn't even get to watch. So the order for this competition, we had Jason, Morgan, Chrissy, Shelby, and then, last but not least, Justin. So this comp, it was kind of funny because the instructions for it were talking about, like, oh, it's time to reflect on all the people who have gone home so far. And I thought that this would be, like, the days competition where you had to know, like, what happened on what day and stuff like that. But it had nothing to do with the actual competition. So this was a laser maze, which was awesome, and the house guests had to use 4 mirrors to guide a laser beam through a maze and hit a target. So, it was pretty cool. I thought it was innovative. It was neat. So the fastest time wins, and there was a 20-minute time limit. So if you go over that time, no matter what, you're disqualified. Alright, so like I said, Jason was up first. His time was 8 minutes and 14 seconds. Morgan was next, 12:49. Chrissy, 15:05. So the first 3 go, and Jason is still in the lead. And then it was Shelby's turn. So, it looked like Shelby was really struggling with this, and then it was getting really close to Jason's time. She kept, like, changing the mirrors around, like one of them was messed up or something. It looked like maybe one of them broke. So, she wasted a lot of extra time there, and then you knew something had to be up. Like, we didn't know what her official time was, if it was like 11 or 12 minutes or something. But then, more than 3 hours passed between the end of Shelby's turn and the start of Justin's turn. So everyone was just like, what the hell? Why is this taking so long? Like, what's the delay here? I guess they had to, like, fix the mirror or something. I don't know. But then Justin finally started, like, again, over 3 hours later, and he ended up getting disqualified. He did not finish it within 20 minutes. He was getting close at the end, but he just couldn't do it. And all the other house guests were, like, sleeping while they were waiting because it took a long-ass time. They were up all night for this thing. So then the house guests were asked to gather in the living room at 5:12 a.m. Yeah. I drew a little face in here like, oh my god. So then Danielle reveals everyone's times. I already said them before. And then she gets to Shelby and she's like, Shelby experienced a technical difficulty 7 minutes and 23 seconds in, and therefore we cannot determine your final time. So Shelby and Jason will be competing against each other on Thursday night, that's tonight, to determine this week's HOH winner. Oh, shit! Oh my god. Remember in season 7 in All-Stars when they had that mishap with the buzzer and, like, it looked like a bad person was gonna win, but then Janelle won, and it was crazy. So, this is wild. Apparently, after Shelby's turn, she went back to the room. I think she was in, like, the lounge room or something, and she was, like, screaming at the cameras, like, what the F was that? My mirror was messed up! And she was freaking out. And, you know, squeaky wheel gets the grease, I guess, because they're redoing, or not totally redoing it, but Jason. Shelby and Jason will be rematching tonight. I don't know if it's going to be the same competition or what. I'm guessing it's going to be the same idea with a different configuration, but it's going to be interesting. So, Justin and Chrissy had a late night chat, and she tells him, hey, guess what? Danielle wanted you out, but she says that she and Justin were the ones that talked Danielle out of it. They're the reason that he's still there. And he's just like, I already know. Okay. So then Chrissy's telling him, yeah, Danielle was trying to sell me a final 3 with me, her, and Jason. And she's like, I don't want that. I want to go with you and Jason. And, like, if I lose to one of you guys, I don't really care. I'll be cool with that. Oh my gosh. Alright, so then, today, Jason was pissed. He was like, I want to leave. I don't want to be here. He says that he was looking through the rule book again for that competition, and Shelby should have been disqualified for breaking the mirror. I think he even went into the diary room with the rule book to complain about it. Hello, Chrissy. So then, I don't think anything came of that, but it's been a pretty slow day. Big Brother has been letting them sleep because they were up so late. Danielle got her HOH basket from the double eviction. She got a letter from her sister, a bunch of other goodies. And then, I mean, other than that, Big Brother was trying so hard to block out all of the talk about the HOH competition and the mirror situation and if it's fair or not that they're redoing it. And they're like, who broke the mirror? Were other people affected? So Jason's really upset about it. Danielle's trying to turn it into a positive. She's telling him, you know what? What if Shelby was going to beat you? This could actually have been a good break for us. We should look at it that way. And Jason's just like, no, this sucks. So then Morgan and Shelby were strategizing today. They're trying to think endgame. If they do manage to make it to the end, even though they're down in numbers, they're thinking that Justin is not really as much of a threat to win anymore. Yes, he's liked by America, but, like, what has he done in this game? He hasn't made any moves. They think he's been throwing competitions, and America's not going to like that. So they're thinking, you know what? We should be targeting Jason and Danielle because they've been playing this game. People are going to respect that. We should go to the end with Chrissy or Justin because they want to go 1-2 and have one of those others be number 3. I mean, it makes sense. So then Julie Chen, today is the Q&A. The house guests are going to find out the results of the presidential election. Should be interesting to see their reactions. And then later tonight, after it gets dark, they will be doing the HOH redo, Jason versus Shelby. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think it's fair? I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. And until tomorrow, much love.